remaining 3 minutes.
Surprised how quiet this jet is. Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, this is, you can't really say it's a maiden, a remaiden, because this thing's already flown once, but it's only flew it on the old IX-14. This is going to be on the new IX-14 Plus SE. First time flying on that on this transmitter, and so 80% of all my planes transferred over to the new receiver, but this one didn't, so I had to do a complete fresh reinstall of everything. So we're going to start over, and I pretty much copied my rates and everything from before by just watching my own video. So right, left, up, down, right, left. Got a SMC 5200 HCL pack in there, and we're just going to take it up and have some fun with it. See if we can remember how to fly it. This is going to be my Warbird Wednesday feature for this week. Got the KM model afterburner inside there. Okay. Now remember, I have the nose wheel gyro going in lieu of the air brake. So all right, turn around there. All right, timer set for 3.5 minutes. Oh, shake off these, like nerves, like starting over here. All right, here we go.
Away. Time remaining 3 minutes.
Surprised how quiet this jet is.
Down, ready to land.
All right. Gears down. First time ever landing this jet from the east.
Time remaining, landing flaps.
There we go.
I'm awfully high. Alrighty. Still got 1:43. Take her off one more time, try to get us a nice flyby. I gotta say, of all my my 90s, this is probably my slowest one. But that's okay. It has such a beautiful presence in the air. All right, take off flaps. Here we go.
One minute.
I'm gonna bring the retracts down as I come by.
Gear down, ready to land.
Retracts coming down now. They take a while.
Landing flaps.
Put my landing flaps in now.
$30 seconds.
All right. Oh, I love these gimbals. All right. That is definitely what I call a very successful flight. Maiden on my IX-14 and the third flight ever. I think it's the third. No, I think this might be the fourth flight. Well, anyways, under 5. How about that? All right, let's go over our rates. We had 3 seconds left on a 3.5 minute timer.
Motor silent and safe.
You want to turn that motor off. Like I said, I don't have the air brake engaged. I decided not to use that. Instead, I use that channel to run my nose wheel steering. All right, let's go over our flying rates real quick. The rates I just flew in, high rates, ailerons are 100% with 30% expo. Elevator, 100%, 30% expo. Rudder, 100%, but with 50% expo. That's the only difference there. Now, the flap systems are the settings that I got from BD Tennessee. Flaps up are 100%, no mix. Takeoff flaps, 30%, no mix.
Landing flaps.
Landing, negative 20% with a 10% up elevator. So on Spectrum, that reads as negative 10%. So it actually comes up instead of down. 2-second deployment on that. All right, forward programming. Make sure your motor's off. Gains are at one-time gains. The AS3X settings, let me capture them real quick. Okay, all right. Roll 37, pitch 37, yaw 44. Okay, priority all at 100 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Did nothing with heading. Stop lock all at 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Nothing with release rate. Didn't change that at all. One-time gains. Now my nose wheel gyro, I have that set at a 50% gain and a 50% window. And I do not, and I highly recommend, do not pair that with your gain channel. I personally let that stand alone and let those be set gains. I don't want that adjustable. I want that separate from the rudder. And that's so when it gives you the option, what is your gain channel? I just inhibit it because I don't want it to have anything to do with that. Alrighty, well there's that goes. That's the nose wheel gyro. Let's talk about CG and talk about how much was left in their battery. Or how much juice is left in the tank. Okay, set the transmitter down. Now, if you notice the gear do take a while to go up and down. CG is 118 millimeters back. I think it's from the root here. There's actually CG on the plane itself. And with this is basically kind of barely favoring tail heavy. It's more level than anything else, which is really perfect for this kind of plane. Let me show you how quickly that gear go up and down. So you need to allow for that when you put. But what you really need to allow is how long it takes for it to come down. So you got them doors. Okay, let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you'll put a 10-second timer kind of in your head, kind of count the 10 seconds. So if I'm going to land from that direction down there, I'm going to put my gear down over here. That way, by the time I get around and get lined up, my gear should be down. When in doubt, do a pass. Fly by with your gear down. I'd rather make sure it's down and worry about my pride, you know, than to land with it halfway down and ruin my gear and ruin the bottom of my plane. So All right, let's talk about how much is left in the battery. How much gas is left in the tank? All right, my little zip tie mod, my thing broke. I got very strong magnets. All right, my battery replacement's simple. Gabe, if you'll come here. You put a 5,000 as far forward as you can possibly get it. Honestly, are you in autofocus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes a second. All right, you just put the 5,000 as far forward as you can get it. Let me unplug that beautiful KM model. Afterburner, KM model, that's a version 5. If I can get the thing in there, the right angle. 25%, 25%, and that is 37, 37, 37, 37, 37, 37 per cell. 3.7 or 25% per cell. Alrighty, well there you go, folks. That is my Warbird Wednesday feature of the not new, but if you buy it now, you don't have to worry about the aftermarket door sequencer and all that stuff installed, and they now have the quick connects in the wings where you don't have to plug all those 80,000 wires. Just the quick connect, and it's pretty much all you got to do. So there you go. And they have the CG on the wings now instead of but other than that, y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. God is good. And don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends at F-15 Gabriel. Thank you for filming, and we'll catch y'all in the air. Bye bye.